In this video, I will be discussing the astrological sign of Gemini. Gemini is represented by the twins. It is an air sign. It is in the mutable modality. It is considered to be a yang or masculine sign, and it is ruled by the planet Mercury. Once again, I want to remind you that when I talk about Gemini energy, it is applicable to any planet or point in the chart that falls in the sign of Gemini. Okay, so one of the characteristics of Gemini is that it's very intelligent. It's a very mental energy, as most air signs are, and it can be intellectual, very clever and quick-witted, and it has an ease of coming up with a variety of ideas on just about any subject that it chooses to. Another mental quality of Gemini is that it's analytical. It's the consummate thinker. It's very rational and logical in its approach, and it can tend a bit towards sometimes overanalyzing things, getting too much in their head, which can even lead it to become a type of more anxious sort of thinking. Gemini energy has a curious quality to it. It can be very inquisitive. It loves to learn new things and can be the consummate student. It is open-minded in its approach and enjoys trying new things. Gemini energy is that of the conversationalist. Geminis are very good communicators. They can be very expressive and articulate and are natural-born talkers. They can talk to basically anybody about anything, and they're very well-spoken and tend to be very knowledgeable about the things of which they are talking. Gemini energy is that of the wordsmith. Gemini is very good with language, can learn many languages easily, can be very eloquent. They can be literary in the sense that they can be very well read, like to read, and can also be very good writers, and also good researchers as well as disseminators of information. Gemini energy can have a cunning quality about it. Gemini can be street smart and sly in going after what it wants. It can be shrewd and resourceful, but due to Gemini's dual nature of the twins, it can sometimes perhaps be a little duplicitous too. Gemini energy is sociable. Gemini can be quite the social butterfly. They can enjoy social situations and interacting with people at parties. They have a very friendly disposition. They can be considered a people person and very much so enjoy engaging others in conversation. And while they're doing that, sometimes they can have a tendency to want to spread the latest news that they've heard and can be a little bit gossipy. Gemini energy is that of the networker. Gemini has an excellent ability to connect with other people. They have an excellent ability to read the person who's across from them, the proverbial being able to read the room quality. They can be very persuasive and very smooth in their speech. So Gemini could be the excellent marketer. Another quality of Gemini energy is that they can be very charming. Gemini has a big personality, can be very bubbly, playful, lighthearted, vivacious and lively, a witty conversationalist, and have a very good sense of humor. Since Gemini is a mutable sign, it can be very changeable. Gemini can be very flexible, adaptable to new situations, very versatile and quick on their feet, but it also can have a sort of chameleon-like quality to it. Gemini can appear one way at one time and another way in another. Gemini can be sort of fickle. They can want one thing at one point in time, and the next minute maybe they want something else. And they also can be somewhat moody and feel one way at one point in time, and very soon after be feeling or appearing another way. I think you can kind of get the pattern here. Gemini energy has a distractible characteristic to it. It can be easily diverted, and since it's a mutable air sign, can be somewhat flighty, can be somewhat scattered, a little bit all over the place. Because of its dual nature, it can sometimes have difficulty focusing or making decisions, and maybe even sometimes can appear a little bit unreliable to others. Gemini energy has a restless quality to it. Sometimes Gemini can have difficulty relaxing, can be somewhat nervous. With Gemini's quick moving mental energy, it can think up a variety of scenarios very quickly. And sometimes all those thoughts can make it a bit anxious. Gemini can be high strung, can have a mercurial quality about it. Since Mercury is Gemini's ruling planet, Mercury is very fast moving. So it's in one place at one time, and the next moment it's somewhere else, which can make Gemini's energy somewhat unpredictable. Gemini energy is multifaceted. Gemini can be very complex. It has a diverse variety of interests and can be the jack of all trades. And since it has dabbled in this variety of interests, it's picked up a lot of knowledge and skills along the way. And it also can be very good at multitasking. The next characteristic that I'm going to talk about with Gemini energy is that it can appear surfacey. Now, this isn't to say that Gemini truly is surfacey, but this is how it appears due to the fact that it's such fast moving energy that other people sometimes just see a flash of what it is as it goes by. So it appears surfacey. It can appear superficial and lacking depth. It can appear to have an unemotional quality or a quality of lacking warmth. But once again, I believe that's mostly due to the fact that it's so fast moving that people don't get the time to see what's below the surface. So that is my take on Gemini energy.